What's up, guys and gals? This is Black Boss 91 coming to you with another Naruto commentary, chapter 662. The title of this chapter, The End of Reality. Now, if you're all wondering why I'm dressed like this, it's very cold in my room. We don't really have any heat at the moment, so I'm wearing this now until we get heat. And my room is usually the coldest during the winter, and during the summertime, it's usually the hottest. I have windows, but the air circulation doesn't really come through like that, so it's very difficult to have a nice balance of hot and cold. But anyway, on to this chapter commentary. First thing I want to point out in this chapter is that there's a color page of Naruto and not Gamabuchi but Gamamichi, I believe. They're wearing like these mech armors, and they're in space fighting like these robots, these kind of like excuse me, samurai with swords with like blue armor, kind of mech, futuristic type. I was kind of studying the page, trying to figure out what they what this all represented. I was like, I know they look like they're in space. I like Naruto's mech suit. You know, the red. It's kind of has like the armor. There's like this kind of, I don't know what the word for it, but he has this special armor on one of his legs, and it has a piece to where he kind of like, it's like a pressure where he can kind of push off with. This is Kishimoto's 15th anniversary of serialization of Naruto. But one thing I was checking out with the picture is that Gamamichi, he had the whole Elysium sign on the side of his leg of the armor that he was wearing. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, this looks familiar. Where have I seen this from? Okay, Elysium, the movie with Matt Damon. I was actually glad that Kishimoto put that in. It's surprising that he watched movies. I guess a lot of movies that we watch over here, movies are universal anyway. Like, I mean, depending on what you want to see, you can see whatever. But he put that in there, and I thought it was a nice little touch to how the resembles the same kind of battle armor that the characters have in that movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I do plan on seeing it somehow, either DVD or whatever. But nonetheless, start off first page, Madara, looking like a badass, Sasuke, blood coming out of his mouth, and Naruto about to die. This chapter was pretty good. I thought last week that, okay, Sasuke got stabbed in the chest or through the heart, but I thought either it was going to be a clone or a substitution, or whichever one. But we see in this chapter it's not the case, because when Madara finishes with him, I guess he appears into the battlefield on the other side. Sasuke falls onto the ground, and he's basically trying to get back up. And we have Naruto on the other hand. Gaara's taking him to the other allied forces, and he brings him to Sakura and Tsunade. And they see that basically Naruto doesn't look well. They want to ask Gaara like what's going on, but he told them like, I can't give you any details right now, but Tsunade come with me. So people assume that Gaara's gonna bring him to Sakura, and I guess they assume right. I didn't see that coming. I knew he was going somewhere to where the other group of the ninjas were, but nonetheless, Sakura's there. And Hinata sees this. They all point out the fact that Naruto's here. She used her Byakugan to see. She knows that his heart rate is getting weaker, so she goes to run after him, and she trips. This is how much she really loves Naruto, and she made a promise to her brother. She was remembering like her brother said to protect Naruto. Switching back to Sasuke, we see Orochimaru, Sagetsu, Jugo, and Karin. They're still in the battle fray. They've just been sitting on the sidelines waiting for their right moment. Orochimaru has been noticing the enemy forces, and I like the fact that Kishimoto brought him back in, the poop talking Zetsu, the one that wrapped around Obito when he was a kid. I love that little bit. But before I get into that, Orochimaru, he noticed that he's studying the enemy, just waiting for the right moment. Karin is on the floor. She's basically thinking like like she feels his life force draining. And going back over to the Zetsu, one of the Zetsus come up. He's saying that Uzumaki Naruto, the Uzumakis are very persistent. But at the end of the day, they're gonna still die. And the poop talking one, he's on top of this Buddha statue, this wooden Buddha statue with the several arms. I believe it's Hashirama's summoning technique, and he uses it to use 5 elements. I'm like, wait a minute, what? So it does 5 elements, and we see the third Hokage, Sarutobi. I was kind of confused at first, but I saw like 5 of him do a jutsu from the mouth, and it had the 5 different elements: the fire, water, wind, earth, and lightning. And then I had to read it again, like, oh yeah, that's right, Sarutobi can make clones. But this is just a testament to the third Hokage's power. He never showed it early on in the series, but he's a well-versed ninja. He knows every single element. That's amazing. I mean, I think with the third Hokage, he's probably the most underrated among the 4 Hokages. Well, among the 5. Well, he's still better than the 5th Hokage, Tsunade. But under the 4, let's take Tsunade out the side. Under the 4 Hokages, he's really underrated. Hashirama only knows wood style. Tobirama only knows water style, as far as we know. But as far as Kishimoto have shown in the series, Hashirama primary element wood. Second Hokage's primary element water. Fourth Hokage, we haven't really seen him use elements too much. Just mostly Rasengan's and the Flying Thunder God. But I can assume, I don't know, maybe wind, because Naruto, he has the wind element. He gets that from his father. And Sarutobi has all 5: fire, wind, water, earth, lightning. So, and it was able to match up to the Buddha statue's power to like cancel it out. Ino, Shikamaru, Choji, they're all like, yeah, the third Hokage, man, he's great. But Shikamaru, like the smart guy he is, thinking on his feet that, there's no time to gloat. We're starting to run out of chakra, and the third Hokage can only do so much. If he gets taken out, then what's next? So then we go back over to the part where Sasuke and Naruto is about to die. Now, I know these are the 2 protagonists of the story. If they do die, which is, it's like, it's the chances of them dying is growing by each chapter. If they do die, there's going to be something that's going to bring them back, someone or something. I think in Sasuke's case, it might be something, because remember, Hashirama gave him his chakra and the jutsu. This is my theory. I'm not sure if this is going to happen. It might not. But he might end up getting the Rinnegan and getting a power boost to kind of like getting back up to do a jutsu to heal himself or something like this. Like him unlocking the Rinnegan will save him in that regard. As far as Naruto, Sakura or whoever might be able to heal Shizune and Sakura might be able to heal Naruto to the point where they can bring him back, which it's Sakura and Shizune, chances of healing him is more like not this, who knows, or Naruto will end up getting all the tail beasts to revive him. I'm not sure, but we gotta see till all that happens, because the title of this chapter is The End of Reality. And I'm thinking Madara is going to proceed in going forth with the plan. No one can stop him. And now we found out what happened to the allied forces, why they wasn't there to kind of help out and aid Naruto and Sasuke fighting Madara. They were being held up by the poop talking Zetsu, and he basically says now he kind of figures out like he compares like I think I know what the poop sensation feels like. It's like the relief of it's like killing, like the serenity and relief of it all. Like basically it's over. Like you know it's this struggle, and then once it's out you feel relief. So I think he kind of figured that out. I thought that was really funny. Great part on Kishimoto throwing that little comedic element into a serious moment, but nonetheless good. And Sasuke, his goal for him not dying, he's like really trying his hardest to get back up. And Madara sees this, and he decides, you know what? He throws Sasuke's sword on the ground. He turns away and just walks. He turns his back and walks away from Sasuke like, you're already dead. I mean, right there, and that was a powerful moment in itself on Madara's part. I liked that part. It just shows that, you know what? I don't need to add insult to injury. You're already gonna die. And Sasuke's like, I'm not gonna die. I won't die. I'm not gonna let it end like this. And he's thinking about Itachi and all the things he's been saying. And he said, I want to live to show them what a true Hokage, what a true Kage is. And it ends with basically Karin and Sakura, they're both like talking at the same time, split panel. Like at this, you know, Sakura's saying, at this rate, Naruto will, and Karin saying, Sasuke will, and they end up saying die. And they're both like basically Sasuke's on the ground laying there with blood coming out of his mouth, and Naruto's just like faded out. So like I said, this is a pretty good chapter. We got a lot in this chapter. Learning about Sarutobi, like just basically a testament to him finding out he can use all the elements. The poop talking Zetsu came back into this chapter. Naruto and Sasuke on the verge of death, and you know Madara just being a badass. So great chapter 662. Kishimoto, keep it up. And, you know, if you guys have any thoughts, leave the comments below. Rate this video if you like it. If you don't like it, you can still rate it, or you know, you don't have to, whatever. And subscribe to my channel. And this is Black Boss 91 signing out.